We'll get it going here. We're talking with Mr. Ray Benson. He is the man, the myth, the legend, the voice, the sound, the guy behind Asleep at the Wheel. They're coming to the Harvester Performance Center in Rocky Mount. Ray, first off, thanks for joining us. I think the last time you were at the Harvester, you were doing the Dale and Ray thing, and you must have had such a good time with your buddy Dale Watson that you just had to get back out here to southwestern Virginia and see us again, huh?
Yeah, and especially with Sleep at the Wheel, because that's, of course, my home. And Dale, it was great. It was a lot of fun with Dale, but this is where I live, so, yeah.
Well, talk about that. I mean, you have done plenty of work with other artists. I mean, producing and getting on stage, etc. But you always keep returning to the wheel. And like you said, it's your home. You're just drawn to this asleep at the wheel concept.
Yeah, started 48 years ago, hard to believe, but, it's just, every time thought of giving it up, just had a life of its own.
Well, let me ask you about thinking about giving it up and the fact that the wheel has been around for so long. Bringing in some new members, whether you're forced to or whether you want to, that kind of helps freshen things up, right? You get some new ideas and some new blood in there to help keep things going.
Exactly, and that's what this record's all about, this new record. Be out September 14th, so when we come through, we'll have pre-orders, but there's actually the release date, and you can get one or two tracks right now if you go online. But yeah, that was the whole idea. Katie Shore is our newest female vocalist, and I've always had a great female vocalist for the last 48 years, and it's part of what a Sleep at the Wheel is. It's me and another female vocalist, and then great players. Then we have Katie Shore came in, and then the piano player and her had a band before us, and that's Connor Forsyth, and he's on the piano, a wonderful piano player. Dennis Ludiger, who was a 3-time Texas state champ fiddler, finally got him all kinds of Boston bands, and finally got him to join up. He's quite a fiddler. So you got two great fiddlers, Katie's and then Josh Holt on the bass is playing with a lot of the R&B groups and blues bands around. So combined with me, Eddie, and Dave Sanger, our drummer of 33 years, and Eddie 15 years on steel, and then Jay Reynolds on sax and clarinet. So we're a big band, 8 pieces of live, and got a lot of new energy.
Asleep at the Wheel is coming to the Harvester Performance Center in Rocky Mount Wednesday, August 29th. We're talking with their leader, Mr. Ray Benson. And Ray, talk a little bit more about the new album. I think it's called New Roots, but Roots, Routes, depending on which way you want to go. I'm sure that play on words was that was intentional, right? That play on words?
Absolutely, yeah. And it's funny, I did an interview with BBC in England, and of course they say route. And, and I said, no, this one's Roots, and... it's different. It's hopefully taken both ways.
Well, I was just going to get into the whole roots music thing. I mean, Asleep at the Wheel has always sort of defied categorization, what genre are they? They're country, are they Texas swing, whatever. And now we kind of say roots or Americana as sort of a everything. But I don't know. I think of Asleep at the Wheel as you're your own genre. You do Asleep at the Wheel music.
Well, that's what we hope to do, and that's the hardest thing in today's world. When I started the band in 1970, really late 69 is when I got the idea, but we didn't start playing until 1970. When I had the idea, I looked at my record collection, and I said, oh, okay, this is what I want to do. And my record collection was so diverse, and as were most of my friends, that we went, well, let's narrow it down a little bit, and we'll be a country band that plays roots American music, and so that's what we did. And then, for a good part of the 90s to the present, we were a Bob Wills, Western swing band. And we will always be a Western swing band just because of the instrumentation: fiddle, steel guitar, bass drum, piano, and a few horns. The essence of a Western swing band is you can play anything you want with that instrumentation. So that's where we're at.
I think you guys and gals are doing that very successfully. I heard another interview that you did where you said Western swing music, it's basically just dance music. I mean, it's like you said, you can play anything and gives people an opportunity to get up and cut a rug a little bit.
Yeah, it's either or. It's like I tell people, we play concerts and we play dances. Our slogan, of course, for all the guys is, if you dance, you got a chance. So.
I love it. It makes perfect sense. We're talking with Ray Benson here, Asleep at the Wheel. They're going to be at the Harvester in Rocky Mount. Okay, Ray, we talked before we came on about how you're in Utah when we're doing the interview and you guys are going somewhere else after that. I mean, this has got to still be a lot of fun for you, right? You've been doing this for so long, but you're still keeping a pretty steady dose of touring schedule going. It's you got to be still having a
Oh yeah,
blast with this.
I love playing. Sometimes the travel is a little much, you know, when you get up at 6 in the morning, hop on the bus and go 400 miles, you know. It's a little tiring, but getting on stage is what it's all about. Yeah, that's where that's putting up with all the other stuff. You know, it's great to be on stage with a bunch of really great players who enjoy what they're doing.
Are you still driving the bus too?
Oh no, the insurance
You
company
gave that up. Okay.
on that. Yeah, many years ago.
But you could.
It's hard enough. It's hard. Well, yeah, I did for many years. I was a double-punching son of a gun. You know,
Right.
but, yeah, no, thank you.
That's great. Hey, take us back to the early days there, 1970. I mean, I guess you were born in Philly and then West Virginia in there somewhere, and then the West Coast, and then you ended up in Texas, and you played a bunch of different instruments. You had really big years growing up. Talk about that experience.
Well, it's like I talk to people nowadays. They said back then the schools promoted music education, which unfortunately a lot of schools have decided not to. So as a kid, though, I was a child performer. My sister, me, and some neighbors had a folk singing group in 1960. I sang with the Philadelphia Orchestra in 1961, singing folk music. You know. And but my parents were very, regular middle class kind of folks and didn't see show business as where they wanted their kid to go. But that's where I wound up. I moved to West Virginia. Me and Lucky and Leroy started the band outside of Paw Paw, West Virginia, and then we ventured out to California on the invitation of Commander Cody and his Lost Planet Airmen. Van Morrison heard us and liked us and mentioned us in Rolling Stone and got us basically helped us get a record deal. And then I met Willie Nelson and Sir Doug of the Sir Douglas Quintet, Doug Son, and moved down to Texas in the end of '73. Been there ever since. But Willie Nelson's been really our best friend all these times.
Yeah, the story I always heard was he encouraged you to move to Austin, and it was pretty much a done deal after that. Okay, so you don't go to Texas until '73, but that Texas swing and those Texas country music legends, they were already in your record collection before that, correct?
Oh, yeah. And, to date, right now, I've got about 7,078 RPM and 45 RPM and 10-inch LP. I collect old music and always have in the interest of playing it, and reinterpreting it. And that's what we've been doing.
And you've been doing a wonderful job with it all these years. Hard to believe you're coming up on, a 50-year anniversary here in just a little bit? Gosh, has it been that long?
Yeah, 2020. In 2020, we're going to plan a big celebration if we make it through 1998.
Well, that was going to be my next question. Yeah.
2018.
Oh, that's priceless right there. I was going to say, we've got the new album coming out. I'm sure you're going to play a bunch of songs off of that for this tour and probably next year some as well. But then late 2019, 2020, you'll probably be gearing up and getting ready for that 50th anniversary celebration, right?
Yeah, in Austin. Well, like I said, we'll see what else. I know we're doing some in Austin. Maybe we'll do some other places. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. It's really going to be fun. It's hard for me to believe, and I just like I said, it's
well,
hard to believe, but great to have that kind of legacy.
Yeah, I think you must be doing something right, Ray, if you've been able to stick around for that long. You got such a loyal fan base, and gosh, that fan base is building every day. You still get new fans, and I'm sure that's a neat part of the experience for you when you get a 20-year-old kid that comes up and at the concert or something telling you how much they like the music. That's got to be pretty neat when you get some of that going on, right?
Yeah, and half my band is about 31 or 30 years old or younger, so it's that's the idea.
Sure, keep recruiting that fresh talent. Get it's like Major League Baseball. You got to bring in the new blood, right?
That's exactly right. Because this ain't no picnic. It's a lot of hard work.
Great stuff. Well, I'm sure you've had plenty of fun along the way with the hard work. Ray, we'll let you run. We're looking forward to the show at the Harvester in Rocky Mount. It's Wednesday, August 29th. Asleep at the Wheel. You can get tickets at harvester-music.com. Ray Benson, thank you so much for your time, buddy.
All right. You have a great day. We'll see you down there.